Good morning, everyone. Once again, this is Black Forest coming to you with another market analysis video. This morning, we're going to be looking at the USDCAD. But before we get started to break down this chart and this currency pair, we have to state that this video is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice, okay? But we all know why you guys are here. You guys are here to find credible Forex content that can help improve your ability as a trader and to help put a little bit of extra money in your pocket. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and break down what is happening with this Forex pair and with this chart. Okay. So before we get to physically talking about what's happening on the chart, let us talk about the respective fundamentals for each currency. Okay. Now we did have some very strong Canadian news come out in the New York session. We did have some very strong. We did have some very positive, moderate Canadian news comes out. Medium impact news comes out about the Canadian dollar yesterday. Well, really, what's going to dictate whether this chart moves one way or another is what is happening with the oil prices, okay? Because it's because of the traditional relationship that oil has with the Canadian dollar and the non-traditional relationship is developing with the US dollar, okay? So we're going to talk about each currency, kill two birds with one stone, all in the essence of discussing how the non-traditional relationship and the traditional relationship with oil, okay? So with the Canadian dollar, right? If oil prices go up, that means the Canadian dollar gets stronger. Okay. If oil prices go down, that means the Canadian dollar gets weaker. Okay. Now, in essence, with the U.S. dollar, it has it's developed during these economic times. It has developed a non-traditional strength has developed a non-traditional relationship with oil, okay? Being that due to inflation that's happened in America and how high oil affects high gas prices, and that's a less available money being spent in the economy, okay? So if oil prices continue to go up, we'll see a weakening of the US dollar. Okay. If oil prices continue to go down, we'll see a strengthening of the US dollar. So the fundamentals that's going to really dictate this chart on whether it moves one way or another is going to be happening with oil. Now with the USD, we do have a lot of economic news coming out around 8:30. There's going to be a lot of it around 8:30 Eastern time. So we're going to have to see how this is going to affect the markets. So if we do start to see more positive news and negative news, I have a lot of positive news along with the drop in oil prices, we should see a strengthening of the USD. If we get more negative than positive news, or we get overall negative news, and we start to see an increase in oil prices, then we will see a weakening of the USD. Okay, so now let's discuss what's happening on the charts. Okay, so as you can see, prices been dropping. We did have a pickup, and now we're kind of ranging out, getting to the lower extreme of our range. So we should start to see a pickup in price here, drop down again before we continue to kind of go back up. Remember, like I said, that's solely going to be dictated on fundamentals. Now, if the oil prices start to get a lot more higher, then we would start to see more of an aggressive push down. Let's see. We could possibly see more of an aggressive push down to this price area, actually right around here. But if oil prices start to kind of stagnate or start to pick up some, what we will start to see is an uptake in price where we can get to here before we come down again and then continue to go up. Or we can go as low as here, this area here, if oil prices start to pick up and we have very poor USD news. Okay, so we can drop down some more to about 123,600, about 1.23600. Okay, or we can continue, or we may just bounce up from this area here like we did before. come up to this general area here, start to come back down a little bit, then come back up. Okay? I hope that information was helpful for you guys. Happy trading.